Welcome to Hypno Life with Dr. William Deihl and Dr. Jennifer Couldry.
We're on the air. Oh my God. This is
Saturday.
Hypno Life.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
Or dochypnosis.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a fun show today. We're going to be talking about the confidence code.
Yes, very excited.
I try to make that sound fun,
It's
but
very-
it didn't come across fun.
It sounded burly. Is that
Well,
good?
thank you. So we're getting ready for the show and going to be talking about the confidence code. Want to say thank you. Thank you
Oh my
for
gosh.
the people that are watching us right now. We actually do a broadcast on our Facebook as well as TikTok, Spotify,
Yeah.
Apple Talk. We are now being heard in 19 different countries.
Yeah, that's
So
so
that
exciting.
is so cool. So
it's fun. It's
thank
fun
you
to,
guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's fun to see that there are people that are interested in some of these topics from places, at least for us in Arizona, as far away as Japan and South Africa or the United
India, or-
the United Arab Emirates. Like, that's just neat. So thank you for listening. We appreciate it. Tell your friends. Share with us if you have topics you'd like to
Oh my
us
God,
to kind of
please.
delve into. We're happy to have the ideas. If there's any comments you want to share, we're on Facebook again. We're usually live while we're doing the radio show too, so that you can kind of get the best of both worlds wherever you can listen.
That's right. And you can always call the radio show if you have questions, you want to come on air to ask us questions. That number is?
602-277-5369 or toll free 866-536-1100.
I paused because I don't have my glasses on and she could read that.
I had a feeling he was like, and the numbers are.
The number, I felt like the old Jerry Lewis telethon. Hey lady!
Oh no.
Thanks.
Or the little mole guy that can't see anything. Anyway, so first off, we're going to start off with a definition of what is confidence? So,
Yes, please.
right? What is confidence? What is confidence to you? It can look different, of course, depending on the situation that you're in, depending on your goals and, the environment. In some places, especially in some workplaces, confidence might be, overly bombastic or, very, very loud. In other places, confidence might look like a more measured tone with more data to back up what you have to share. It just depends.
Yeah, and the neat thing is a lot of people are under the premise that confidence just comes from, you
born
either
with
have
it.
it or you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah,
You're
you're
born
born
with
with
it or you don't.
No.
The truth is confidence is a trained state.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about training that state. We're going to talk about some confident killers. We're even going to give you the 7 confidence part of that confidence code, 7 things you can do today.
Yeah, to
help.
build your confidence, right? To start building it.
But-
and as he mentioned, it's a trained state.
Mhm.
And the 3 aspects of confidence, just to break it down a little bit, self-trust, right? You need to be able to rely on you. The second one is competence, right? So skill or knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah, that helps build your confidence. And then the third one is resilience. If you can recover when things go pear-shaped, that's confidence right there, right? Not just panicking and then throwing in the towel and going, well, I guess I'm just not good at whatever. It's, okay, this is a learning experience, right?
It is a learning experience, and I kind of put it down to a simple way of looking at it is where fear disappears, confidence grows.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice. You can actually look at it, in the states that Dr. Couldry was talking about, or the ways of looking at it. All of them have their own little fears around there, but we can actually train you and help you get past those fears to help you become more confident. But let's talk about some of the things people say to themselves, like, I can't handle this.
Yeah, I mean, and that ties into some of the confidence killers that you were mentioning, right? At the end of the day, you are with yourself 24/7. So if you're not pulling for you, that's kind of a problem. That's something you need to think about. Just take a look at it. I'm not trying to say that you're a bad person. I'm just saying that, hey, whatever you tell yourself really is a huge emphasis or a huge, what is it called? It makes a difference with your perception, right? Whatever you tell yourself is what creates your identity. That's what I'm aiming for, right? So if you tell yourself, no, I'm good at this, You might not be a world-class, artist, but you're beginning, you're learning, you're starting, and just by saying, I'm good at this, that helps you be open to growing, right? You're talking
100%.
about that, right? Growing your skill set and trying new things.
It's, criticism. It's really criticism from yourself.
Yeah.
And we actually do that criticism all the time to ourselves. And the world's against us sometimes. We should be our first line of defense. So we need to work on our language. Another one is, the fear of failure or rejection can be something that can affect our confidence. Yeah. Trauma. My God, and realize trauma can be something that happened for myself. My confidence for doing like stage performance and everything else, went through the floor when I actually died and came back in 2019. Yeah. I all of a sudden I was having panic attacks and a lot of things. My confidence was not there, but I built it back up. We do shows, we do trainings, we do keynotes. So
and that's
that all can come back.
Definitely, and that's a very important point, that there can be things that happen to you, obviously, in your life that are beyond your control. And the trick to it, right, is realizing, okay, where do I go from here, right? You can't go back. You can't go back to who you were, 2 years ago, any more than you can jump 2 years ahead, right? So you have to go, where am I now? And where would I like to go? What do I want to move toward?
Well, if you go back in time, that means you have to relive the things. So I don't want to relive it.
No, people joke about that. They're like, oh, if you could go back to being, 25 again, would you? And I'm like, no.
No.
And no, because, like he mentioned, I think the first time was hard enough. But if I could take the knowledge I had today and time hop back and maybe give myself some advice, I'd be willing to do that.
Oh yeah, no, I'd do that. The other thing that kills confidence is bullying. Yes. And a lot of people think, only kids go through bullying.
No.
And no, people go through bullying in their workplace.
Yeah, toxic workplace environment, narcissistic workplace environment. I mean, they talk about work-life balance. That's something that you really have to carve out for yourself. A lot of corporations or companies come in with the idea of, we're a family, we're a family. It's like, well, are you? I mean, I appreciate that you want to build camaraderie and have good teamwork. That's important, right? But at the end of the day, I doubt my company is going to stop work because I had a medical emergency.
That's true. When I was working for another company at that time when I went to the hospital, died, and they didn't stop work.
So awful.
They kept on going. Yeah. So another one that can actually affect your confidence is a toxic relationship, and that could be, once again, work. Yes. It could be someone at home. It could be a parent. Those are certain things that can cause confidence issues. Being compared to others. Oh my God!
Comparing yourself to others.
Oh my God! Comparing yourself, or I know that my parents did this, and sorry, Mom, Dad, but they used to say, "Why can't you be more like your brother?" Or "Why can't you do this?" Or "Why can't you do that?"
Yeah.
Public embarrassments, workplace stress, burnout, perfectionism, and a fear of being judged. That's probably one of the big, that almost underlines almost everything, the fear of being judged.
And I think that ties into the fear of maybe being embarrassed or being perceived as, not intelligent or not, just not on top of what you're doing. When the reality is, at the end of the day, most people struggle with confidence, with feelings of impostor syndrome, and we can kind of talk about that a little bit too after the break. We'll get there.
We'll do it after the break. This is Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry. You can find us at dochypnosis.com.
And this is the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907. You're listening to us on 1100 KFNX, the Pulse of Arizona. threw me off.
Sorry, I did it backwards. That's okay.
She did.
Hey, let's
I'm
mix
like,
it up.
what?
I'm
Where
going to say
did
the
we
website
go?
now. You have to say the phone number. Hey, we got there. It's all good. Sometimes you got to keep him on his toes.
I'm going to go back to bullying a little bit.
Dealing with allergies.
Snotty. What can we say?
Stop.
Oh, we have to, Moon Valley. We have to do a shout out to
Okay,
Moon
go
Valley.
ahead. When we
They're
get
doing a
there.
memorial today for the original owner.
Oh, yeah, for the owner.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
That would be a good thing too. Okay. All right. Well, we didn't. Okay. We talked a little bit about confidence killers, but when you talk about, I think when you go back to bullying and that, we also need to get to like the stories that we tell ourselves.
yes, no.
And within that, there's some of these data, some data things I wanted to include, and then this is the exercise. When you
Yeah.
get to the 7 steps, if you want, we can include that exercise.
Yeah, we're talking about behind the scenes,
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
of what we're going to do, how we're going to do it.
Here's my things. I was like, I had some things I had starred, so I just want to make sure I get to that.
Yeah, we want to hit our star things because, once again, Dr. Couldry and I do a lot of research. We get our facts straight because we don't want to misquote things. We don't want to blow things out of proportion. We want to be honest on what will happen or how things will affect you.
Yeah, and we
So
want to
it's
give
important.
you, we want to give you good information. Not everybody responds to research studies or data or statistics. But for me, I like having a little bit of additional context when we talk about stuff. So that's why I always try to bring little data points. But it's like the joke, 98% of statistics are made up on the spot.
I feel like when I do this, I feel like Rambo. I'm coming for you.
Oh,
Sorry,
great.
that sounds terrible.
That's
Okay,
confidence, but in a scary way.
that's too much confidence. Well, public speaking, we could touch on a little bit of public speaking because public speaking is a confidence issue.
Yeah.
Being judged
Oh,
usually,
yes. And
but that's the number
that-
one fear out there.
yeah.
So number one phobia. So that might be fun
Right.
to talk about.
And it ties into the importance of how you talk to yourself right before you do that presentation. Because we're talking about confidence, just for anybody who just joined us, but we're talking about if you are doing a presentation or speaking in front of a group, how you talk to yourself before that and during it can really help with how you present yourself and the information you can give to everybody. And I think reminding yourself that you're the expert at that moment can be really helpful. Nobody knows what you have to say, so
So true. Oh,
How to-
we're coming back.
yeah.
We're coming back. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Welcome back. This is Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
Or just go to dochypnosis.com. Want to do a quick shout out to, we have friends that are down the street from us called the Moon Valley Cafe. They're doing a memorial today for the owner. Great breakfast, great food.
And great
Thank you. Thank you guys for taking care of us. But let's talk about confidence a little bit more. I did want to talk about bullying because a lot of times people don't understand. Bullying can happen anywhere, anytime. I know that we got bullied just when we started this broadcast because we do it live. We do it broadcast it. And people were picking on hair and curly mustaches and
so funny. I think one of the comments was, "Comb your hair, lady."
and so that literally is certain things that people do that you don't know, and it's it can affect people's confidence.
Yeah.
Also, we wanted to talk about some of the things that are just the confidence killers, but we also want to talk about phobias. One of the biggest phobias is public speaking.
Yeah.
It's probably above one of the biggest fears out there.
Yeah.
Above death is public speaking. And we do this every week, and sometimes we have so much information because Jennifer and I come from the same school. We prepare. We get a lot of information, and that's one of the part of the confidence codes is get kind of prepared for what you're going to do. If you're going to
Right.
speak
Yeah.
for an hour, well, make sure you have at
Yeah.
least 2 hours worth of material.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And we
They talk
can-
about that in performance too.
Yes.
Right? In singing, like my voice teacher, she always used to say to me, whether it's an audition or a performance, make sure that you could roll out of bed and do it.
Yeah, get ready for it.
Just
do it over and over.
No matter how you feel, no matter what's going on, you could roll out of bed and you could do it. And I think that's a good thing to mention too. That practice really does help. There's a reason that performers practice. There's a reason that athletes practice. I mean, Olympic athletes didn't start off, being the top of their game. They began as a little kid, just learning, basic cartwheel or something or whatever. Right. So.
I think in football they should do more cartwheels.
More cartwheels.
No.
Hey, football players take ballet too, so hey.
Yeah, they do. They do. They have to.
Having grace and having athleticism are not mutually exclusive. But he mentioned fear, right? The fear of public speaking. I think part of unpacking that is that it's also tied to your nervous system and the amygdala, right, which activates under social evaluation. So the brain treats rejection like a threat. So that's part of our survival mechanism because we are meant to survive in a society, right?
Totally natural.
In a civilization, right? And if you weren't part of the group way back when, you probably didn't have access to food or shelter or companionship.
Protection was in numbers, so that sense of rejection is hardwired into us. So in some ways that you can say, hey, is confidence hardwired? In that area, but in reality, confidence is learned.
Yeah.
And sometimes I was talking about that criticism. A lot of it comes subconsciously. We kind of have this narrative in our mind that we keep on saying things or doing things like,
Yes.
I'm not good enough.
Exactly.
What if I fail? Well, what if you succeed?
Yeah, what if you
Oh
don't?
my God.
Yeah, what if you're just hanging out one day having coffee, and your partner says, let's do a radio show?
Yeah, that's right. They will judge me.
No, that's not it.
Oh, that was
It's
one
the-
of the things people would say.
Yeah.
To
I
themselves.
think for us it was more like, wait, what? Okay, I guess. But yeah, let's do it. And now, we've got people listening from all over the world. That's so exciting. But he's talking about self-talk, right? And negative
That's self-talk.
Negative internal dialogue can lower performance, while supportive talk improves your outcomes. I mean, that makes sense, right? If you look at a little kid, who may be having a hard time doing something like learning math or learning your alphabet, learning how to read. If we just let our children go, well, I can't do it, and then that's it, nobody would ever progress past, A. I mean, so remember, I think, what I'm trying to say is to remember to treat yourself with some kindness. Nobody is perfect at anything, ever, much less right away.
And that's where, one of the other things, part of the confidence code that we were sharing today is called reframing. And reframing is looking at things differently. Instead of saying, I'm nervous, try, my body is preparing me.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the subconscious talk. Instead of being, I'm not confident, try, I'm learning confidence.
Right.
Because confidence is a learned trait. By doing certain things over and over
Exactly.
again.
Neuroplasticity means every time you act confidently, even a little, you strengthen that pattern in your brain.
Neuroplasticity is something we throw out all the time. And really, let's talk about neuroplasticity just real quick. What is it? Mm-hmm. Neuroplasticity is, there was a belief that you only had so many brain cells and that's it.
And connections,
And connections. That's not true. Our brains continue to grow and grow and grow and grow.
We can build new ones all the time.
The rest of our lives. So this process of reframing literally helps neuroplasticity.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, it's so true. And just some fun statistics I can throw out where we're talking about kind of self-doubt and working toward not buying into that narrative for yourself. Hewlett-Packard did some internal research, okay, and they did some research on what they call the workplace confidence gap. And this is just interesting to know. Men will apply for a position when they meet about 60% of the qualifications based on, the job posting, right? Minimum qualifications, maximums, what's desired, what the job might entail. Where women will apply when they're closer to 100%.
That's fascinating.
It is.
Well, that goes back to one of those things that people talk to themselves is, what if they're judging me?
Yeah.
Instead of that, what about if you say, what if I help someone by showing up?
Well, yeah, exactly. That, and no matter what level you reach professionally, whatever you are involved in, it's natural to have a certain amount of, imposter syndrome or a little bit of self kind of, ooh, what if I can't, 70% of high performers, especially in healthcare, experience imposter feelings.
How much?
70%.
Wow.
So,
wow, that's amazing. Everybody thinks everybody's confident, and I think everybody experiences some self-doubt or something at some time or another. And a lot of people will say, I'm not ready. And you know what?
That's
I can begin where I'm at.
Yeah.
Start saying some of those phrases. Rephrase those. Maybe they're affirmations or ways of thinking about it. But definitely, those are some great statistics.
Yeah, and know too that, again, you don't have to be perfect. And what is perfection anyway? That's somebody else's interpretation. And we talk about that too, about the idea of success, right? They talk about how comparison is like the killer of confidence, right? I have a lot of friends that perform, right? That's just the nature of the world that I was in as an opera singer, or still am, periodically. And some of these folks are performing all over the world. And I'm so happy for them. I think that's amazing, But I also know that my particular journey is different, and it doesn't make what I'm doing any less, wonderful or valuable than what someone else is doing. So it's important to water the grass in your own yard. I know that sounds funny, but it's true. That, and you don't really know what somebody else's journey is like. Everyone experiences hardship. Perception is, I always joke with Dr. Deihl, perception is 98%.
Yeah, it's so true. That's so true. And let's talk about some other confidence killers that people go through. Apologizing for everything. Comparing yourselves to others.
Well, there you go.
Waiting until you feel ready. Avoiding discomfort.
Yes. Oh, this one gets me. Replaying mistakes. Ouch.
Yeah, because there are some people who will come in and into our office and start talking to us, and they're literally replaying something that's happened to them, maybe as a child, maybe last week, and really they can't change anything.
No.
What they're doing is causing a rut.
You're kind of torturing yourself.
And getting stuck.
Yeah.
Trying to be perfect.
Yeah, forget it.
I always say that if God doesn't make junk and you're the only person out there like you, you're already perfect.
You're already awesome.
Yeah, stop trying to improve on perfection.
Enjoy life a little.
Saying I can't before trying.
Oh my gosh.
You don't know if you can or can't.
Yeah.
Trying a restaurant before.
Oh no, I'm like,
before
he's gonna get me.
Going. Yeah, we go to. I love going and trying new places.
It's good because he will encourage me to try something new. And up until this point in my life, I thought, well, I don't like that. I don't like that thing. I know I don't like that. He's like, well, just taste it, just see. And because of that, I've been like, all right. And I've discovered that
she likes quail eggs.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
Well, this is Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
Or go to dochypnosis.com. You're listening to us on 1100 KFNX, the Pulse of Arizona.
Be right back.
Okay.
Sorry, that laughter was because he dropped right before we go to break. She likes quail eggs.
She's weird. What can I say? No, I like quail eggs too.
It's something I would have never tried, but I tried because of him. So you guys get to hear about the quail egg story. We all went to sushi with him and his sons when we were first dating, and they got some stuff and they got quail eggs, and I'm like, oh, I don't know about this, but I didn't want to, I didn't want to ruin anybody else's good time. So I was like, all right, suspend your disbelief and just try. If you hate it, that's okay, but at least you tried it. And now I really like them.
She does. You almost order every time we go.
Yeah, I do now.
Especially with my sons.
Yeah. It's kind of become a little fun thing now. That's something we share. So if you've never tried them, give them a try.
You want to start off about, hey, here's the confidence code, so some 7 things you can do, or do you want to wait that for the last segment? What do you want to do?
Yeah, we can do them. Why not?
You want to do that now, or do you want to?
I think we already talked about this one.
Because we still we could talk about the brain rewires confidence through repetition. Your body posture affects your confidence, so we can talk
Oh yeah,
about.
I've got some of these. Let's do these, and then we'll do the 7.
And
I like that.
yeah,
I only have
food and sleep.
I have
too.
5.
I have 3. So
Okay.
you go. You start off, and then
Well,
I
one
go.
of them is yours, so.
Well,
I've
stop
got-
stealing mine.
I've got 4 then.
Well, I have 3, so we're good.
Okay. That's 7.
Yeah, that's
and then we do the
7.
7 steps.
Then we can do.
Oh, crazy. We might not get time for it, so I'll just tell you guys here that are on the stream. 52.7% of software engineers report imposter feelings.
52, half of you guys.
Yeah, but in the tech industry, women, it's 60%. Yeah, yeah. But part of that is, well, anyway, part of that is other stuff.
Are you sure you know what you're talking about?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. 25 years worth. I do.
Yeah, you do.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I missed
We got
it.
the news in our ear too, so it's like,
Yeah.
what happened?
What's going on?
Mm.
Can I have a swig too?
Mm-hmm.
Thank God we're doing vodka.
So it's just water. I don't know if you want to include.
It's a Centra.
Stop.
Vodka. No, I'm just joking. It's water.
You're ridiculous. But I love you. Exercise for listeners. I don't know if you want to include.
No, we
this
can
with
do
your
that when
7
we're doing.
steps.
Yeah, when we're doing the 7
Yeah, I'm
steps.
gonna leave it here so it's easy to
Do you
find.
think we should do it at the very end of the 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
We might, with the stuff that we're doing, we might not be able to get to that until the last segment. So
That's fine.
Either way, we'll do it.
We'll figure it out. Yay! It's 11:33. Do you know where your Hypno Life podcast is?
That's it. Hey guys, please share, like,
Yeah.
go and follow us on Spotify or
Apple Podcasts,
Apple Podcast,
YouTube.
anything.
We're
Thank
kicking
you.
it all
But
over.
thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of this. If you can share and like, make a comment, it helps with our analytics, and we really appreciate if you would do that for us.
Yeah, the support it's necessary for us to continue to do it. So, hey, it's cool.
We're in 19 countries. I'd like to be all around the world.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I was telling him the best thing would be to have a friend in every country.
That'd be so cool.
Hey, welcome back.
This is Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry. Who am I? From the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
Or just go to dochypnosis.com. We're talking about the confidence code, and we're going to be sharing, but we have a couple of interesting facts that we want to share.
Okay, so when you think about it, right, some people think that just either you have confidence, like you're born with it, or you just don't. And honestly, it is a learned skill just like anything else. And the more you practice it, the better you get at it.
And that kind of leads into the brain rewires confidence through repetition.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so repeating it over and over, thinking about it, visualizing it.
Yeah, neuroplasticity, right? It means every time you act confidently, even a little, you strengthen that pattern in your brain. Wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah, I would like to strengthen that pattern in my brain.
I'd rather have that pattern strengthened than, maybe one that tells me I'm not good at something. So yeah, I mean, you do get to choose. That's the other thing. You can pick your thoughts more than you think. You can stop them. That's what's called reframing. Dr. Deihl just talked about that.
You can pick your thoughts, you can pick your friends, but
No.
you can't pick... Okay,
No,
sorry.
we won't go there. That's funny though. Confidence grows faster through action than thinking about it. So, waiting to feel confident before acting usually keeps people stuck. Action creates confidence, not the other way around. So try and try again.
I always talk to my clients, and I actually share with them to do like a 2-minute rule. I call it the 2-minute rule. They just go out and start doing something for 2 minutes, and that confidence or that action will start that motivation and
Ooh.
keep them going.
That's perfect. That ties into this one here. Small wins build confidence faster than big goals, right?
Inch by inch.
Inch by inch is a cinch. That's what Dr. Deihl says. He even has a squishmallow that looks like an inchworm. And he's a big green bug. And so for those that are listening, you can't see me making gestures, but it's this big green stuffed bug, and he'll give it to his clients sometimes just to kind of hug, But the premise of it, is that little changes are what will get you closer to the finish line than not doing anything, right? Just being frozen and not making a change.
Yeah, at least get the ball going.
My goodness, yeah. Small, consistent successes build momentum, and they strengthen belief in yourself.
That's that inch by inch.
I love that.
Yeah. The other one little inch by inch thing you could start today is your body posture affects your confidence. Standing upright. Well, I don't know if I try to stand bent over, but would that be laying down?
Yeah, maybe.
But opening up your chest,
right.
Slowing your breathing can
Yeah.
immediately increase your confidence.
Take a deep breath, make eye contact, right? These are all those little tips and tricks that they give you when you're going into like a job interview, right? If you think about it, when someone walks into the room and they look at you and they smile and they're like, "Hi, I'm Dr. Couldry," right? That's totally different than, "Hi, I'm Dr. Couldry."
Yeah, we actually talk about body language, and we use body language in our sessions in therapy. And we literally we listen to people because they'll do what's called the fade, and that's what Dr. Couldry was just demonstrating the fade, where they're talking and they're confident, and then they just kind of wean off a little bit, and that's definitely something that will tell us, hey, there's a P&P right there. There's something we need to talk about.
There's something we should talk
right
about.
there.
Yeah.
Please.
Just another thing to call out really quickly is that the brain cannot necessarily differentiate between an actual memory or a visualization of that event. So it's not 100%, of course, but that's a reason why a lot of those like self-help gurus and stuff are always like, be the change, visualize the change, stuff like that. It has a kernel of truth because mental rehearsal activates similar brain pathways as real action. So that helps build confidence before you're actually there. So that's why key players like Olympic athletes, I think there was the one lady that was a downhill skier that won the medal. She was visualizing the whole route before she did it.
They actually did that in the 1980 Olympics in the early, late 70s, where people were actually visualizing. They were doing a lot of tests there where people were practicing free throws, and they actually saw almost the same amount of increase in accuracy by people visualizing the ball going through the hoop or going through the net as people that were practicing it or physically.
Right? Yeah.
So they actually put probes on and actually saw people's muscles fire off in the practice in their mind.
The visualization, wow.
Of it. It's fascinating how powerful visualization is. The other thing is food and sleep.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Take care of yourself.
Those are huge. Do you know sugar and carbohydrates? And when I say carbohydrates, I'm talking about breads and
all
potatoes and rice, all the cakes and the candies. Sugar is actually a depressant. And so it's hard to be confident when you're depressed. Yeah. So let's get on the other side. Same thing. Sleep. We did talking about sleep and how sleep can affect. I can't remember the percentage. Can you? Mm-mm. Oh, then we'll just have to wait until later.
I don't know that I had a percentage for sleep in this particular case, but there's plenty of data out there about sleep, and we know how important it is to our overall well-being. Anyway, the brain needs time to kind of clear out the cache, right? To get rid of the things that happened from the day before, and just make some room for you to be able to be ready for the next day.
So let's talk about the 7 confident code things that you can do today. We're talking about posture, but let's talk about the practicing of a power pose.
Ooh.
What is a power pose? We can all think about Wonder Woman, how she stood, how Superman stood, hands on the hip, chest up, head up. That's a power pose. Mm-hmm. Now, they actually did a study of individuals standing just for a minute just for a minute, actually increase their testosterone up to 20% and decrease cortisol,
Right.
that's the
Stress
stress hormone, by 25%. That's huge.
That's amazing.
They actually did it for job interviews, and by doing a power pose before going in and talking to the interviewer, they actually had a 70% higher chance of getting hired.
Yes, that's incredible.
Right.
I know before an audition I have like this little mantra that I'll say in my head, like this is what I do and I am very good at what I do.
Ooh.
And I keep saying it over and over and over. And it's really to keep any possible negative thought that might want to get in there. It just doesn't have room. I'm like, no.
I think when I do stage performances, I always think trust the process. Trust the process.
Oh, I like that. I've heard that one before too. That's a good one.
The next one on the confidence code is number 2, list the wins. So if you want to start improving your confidence today, start writing out the things you've done good in your life.
Oh my gosh,
And
yes.
wins could be simple.
It can be amazing things, depending on where you are physically too.
Or making your bed.
Well, yeah, it could be I was able to get dressed by myself today. And that is an accomplishment, especially if you're dealing with some physical challenges as well. So don't think that those wins have to be something giant.
And number 3 is use positive affirmations. You know, in every way and every day, it's getting better and better.
Yes.
Or gooder and gooder. Depends on how you want to do
don't
English.
Say gooder.
The next one is get dressed for confidence. You know, when we're saying dress, it could be hair.
Oh my gosh, they always say dress for success, right?
Oh my God, there was actually a book back in the 80s that was called Dress for Success. My father insisted I read it. But, you know, doing your nails.
Yes.
Doing your hair.
Yay.
Well, I don't have hair. But doing your hair, well, for me, the mustache.
Mustachio, yes.
You know, mustachio. I have a handlebar mustache for our listeners.
Yeah, he has a life of his own.
The next one is take immediate action. We talked about this. Just start. If you like, oh, I don't want to do it, do it for 2 minutes.
It's okay.
And what happens is that action turns into motivation, it turns into confidence, and you'll get moving.
Precisely, you'll start getting some results from it, right? It's like, I remember when going through college, whether it was for finals or studying or for even writing my dissertation at the end, where I was like, sometimes you got to scream a little bit at the computer and then start writing anyway.
Going back, I just remembered the sleep percentage.
Oh,
all right,
good for
30%. That you actually lose in memory.
That's what it was. Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. As soon as you said it, I remembered that figures. And our last episode was on memory. Rather ironic, but there you go.
So ironic. Next one is smile and make eye contact.
Oh my gosh. Yay.
Yeah, smile and eye contact. You know, back in the day, we used to talk about a smile you can actually see over the phone too. So confidence, sitting up straight on the phone, talking to someone, we always had a saying, smile and dial. Dial and smiling. Those are a great way, and making those eye contact is important to really connecting with a lot of people.
No, that's the truth, and there's a lot of professions that all of us are involved in. If we've worked in any form of customer service, we know that our attitude and our just how we feel that day can make a big difference on how people interact with us. You're going to find people that are just little rain clouds, and that's just the way it is. But I'd rather try to go through my life just, as happy as I can be and open to meeting new people.
And the last one on the 7 is set some micro goals for today.
Yeah.
Just little things. It doesn't have to be huge.
No.
One, get out of bed.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Can be huge.
Or just start off with, what would I like to learn today? We have the internet at our fingertips.
Yeah, find an interesting fact of the day. It can be very powerful to get things going, to help you really just start to kind of get the mind awake in the morning.
Neuroplasticity.
Yeah.
Get those sparks sparking.
Making the bed, going for a walk, putting your dishes away, whatever it could be, are simple little things that you can do to get that ball going, to get little wins. And little wins turn into big wins. So you want to take it step by step. Going back to what I say to my clients is inch by inch is a cinch, yard by yard is hard.
This is Hypno Life. I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry.
And I'm Dr. William Deihl from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center. You can reach us at 602-314-1907
Or dochypnosis.com. You're listening to us on 1100 KFNX, the Pulse of Arizona.
All right. Home stretch, guys.
I keep mixing him up because I keep hopping in at different points on our little intro.
Yeah, I'm going to start hopping.
I'm keeping you on your feet, on your toes, on your feet. The toes of your feet. This.
All right. Yeah, we can do this.
Yes, what it looks like.
Yeah. I think this, and we can do this.
Mm-hmm. We could even preface it out there to our listeners, like, what can you do today to help build your own confidence?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. We still have to talk about losing loneliness, not yourself, for next week.
Yeah. And that's fine. Mm-hmm. You can do that first if you want, and then we'll pop.
Yeah, this way.
Yeah, we don't lose it.
Whew, guys, whirlwind of information.
You know, today has gone so fast. I don't know.
Oh my God!
Sometimes I feel like, oh, okay, we got a whole half hour left, and then we get into it, and I'm like,
there's
oh no,
so much
the time
out
is
there.
over.
For every topic we do, we're going to start digging down probably in the future on other things. So if you have certain things you want us to dig down on, other layers, please reach out to us. Please do that. Once again, also like us and follow us on Facebook or TikTok or on one of our podcasts. Join one of the podcast stations and reach out to us.
Exciting stuff.
I am on fire. Sorry.
You are.
Oh my goodness.
Whenever you say it that way, I think like Beavis and Butthead.
I almost did my Tony Robbins impression when you started doing that.
Oh, no.
You can just feel it with passion. He always pounds on his chest too. Yes.
So funny.
Uh-oh, you found something you want to say?
I did this one right there.
Okay.
I've also recently started trying to get myself not to make decisions when I am in a heightened emotional state.
Yeah, where did you put this is Doc Hypnosis. It's right here. That's right in front of me.
You have it. I didn't put it in
Man,
there.
I
Where
am
did you put
losing
the
it
thing
today.
that I have right here by me?
Go.
Here, we're coming back.
We're on our way back. Last segment.
Can I say this little thing?
Yeah.
Hey.
Welcome back.
This is Hypno Life. I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center.
And I'm Dr. William Deihl. You can reach us at 602-314-1907 or go to dochypnosis.com.
Hey, today we're talking about confidence, and I also want to mention to you all that confidence is tied to the nervous system as well. So when the nervous system feels unsafe, your confidence drops. So regulation can help restore it. And that ties into the quick exercise that we want to share with you all.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a quick exercise for our listeners and people who are watching us on via the
feeds,
yeah,
all our live
all our
fun
live
stuff that we
feeds.
do in here.
I want everybody just take a nice breath in and ask yourself, where do I feel confidence in my body? Take the time, literally do this.
Yeah, what does my body feel like when I feel confident, right?
Yeah, and now ask, where do I feel the doubt? Do not fight the feeling. Notice it.
Notice it, right? Because information informs the change that you are aiming for.
Really information comes through the body. So we need to, if you want to talk about somatic healing and other things, we want to feel it. Listen to your body too.
Listen to yourself without judgment.
Yeah. You don't have to feel it perfectly. You just, now after you're feeling it, say quickly, I do not have to feel perfect to move forward.
Yes, confidence is something that I can learn.
Something I can train. And just take a nice deep breath in and let it out. Nice.
And that's how you can work toward a more confident way of being, as well as building your own confidence. And we would encourage you to think about it and ask yourself, what can I do today to help build my own confidence level?
I know what to say, but I freeze. Well, some of those, instead of saying that, you can say, I stay calm and under pressure.
That I take time to think about my next action before I make it.
Another thing people say is keep sound. I keep on second guessing myself.
Right. Yeah. And instead, you could tell yourself, I trust my responses. Right. I have lived experience that is valuable to this scenario.
And I think there's an old saying that you should go with your gut feeling. Go with that first impression, that first thought, go with it.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
Yeah,
it builds insecurity. Think about it as a kid, waiting in while everybody else is doing their presentations. Oh my God.
That's so hard because the whole time you're in your head thinking about what am I going to say? What am I going to say? I think a certain part of that is natural. That you are kind of caught up in when is it my turn to do the thing that I need to do in front of all these people, right?
So don't avoid the opportunities. Take action, even if it feels like something you might fear. You might grow. And actually, that's how we do grow. We grow by stretching.
Yes.
We grow by doing things. And by you doing it more, it becomes easier.
Exactly. And by calming your nervous system, right? By taking a deep breath before your presentation or whatever it is in your life that's going to be challenging, going into that interview, anything you can think of. If you can take a deep breath before that and remind yourself, I've got this. Like, I can do this. I'm here, right? At the interview, if they didn't think I could do the job, they wouldn't have called me in, right? Or they wouldn't have hired me for this job. So I can do this. I can learn new things. And another thing that we want to mention to you guys is that most people really are pulling for you. If you come in for an interview, if you come in for a presentation, or you're a performer, right? Most people in the audience, they want you to do well. They're excited that you're there and they're ready for whatever you have to share.
And that's what hypnosis and clinical sound therapy does.
Yeah.
We help individuals start aligning with their subconscious mind, where they want to go. We kind of retrain the mind. We're in that self-doubt, that self-talk, that feeling of inadequacy or worthiness. We can work with individuals to help guide them where they want to go.
Yeah, because when your subconscious is aligned and your nervous system is regulated, your identity begins to shift.
And that we say this all the time. You don't heal in a stressed state. Your body does not heal under tension. It heals in a relaxed state. And that's where clinical sound therapy comes into. That's where hypnotherapy comes into. We work with the body
and
to help them do it.
Subconscious, right? Yeah, with your subconscious to help your conscious and your subconscious mind work together to help create the patterns that you want moving forward, including building confidence, as well as recovering from emotional trauma. Yeah. We're so glad that you could join us today on Hypno Life. Our next episode is going to be
Losing Loneliness, Not Yourself.
Yeah, so definitely join us next week when we talk about that and dive a little bit deeper into what loneliness really is and how it manifests itself in your life.
The seven, I want to go over
seven steps?
The 7 steps, or the 7 things again for confidence. And the first one was posture, the power poses. The power poses are very powerful. That's standing like Superman or Wonder Woman or anything else like that. Those are the power poses that can help you do that. The next one is little tiny goals.
Right, incremental change. Working on, sorry, I didn't realize I had it in my pile, so he's looking for them just to make sure that we give them all to you again. yeah, listing your wins, right? So, yeah, at the end of the day, if you take some time to write down, what went well today? What did I do? What went well? Maybe you had a good chance to connect with your partner that day.
The positive affirmations, as I said, in every way and every day, I'm getting better and better. Things become easier and easier in every way and every day. Those are nice little affirmations. Better yet, picture them. Visualization can be very powerful.
Yes.
That a visualization affirmation can be very powerful.
Imagine yourself walking into that room, for that interview. Imagine getting the job offer. Imagine your first day walking into the office, right? All of that before you even get into the room to answer the first question.
Yeah, also having and getting dressed for success.
Yeah, and whatever that means for you, right? Dressing for success doesn't necessarily mean you're walking around in a suit or, in a formal gown. Maybe it just means you're wearing your cool bohemian broom skirt, and you have your little chimey bracelet on. I mean, whatever it is for you that makes you feel good, that's what we're talking about.
Also, take immediate action. Don't wait. Do.
Oh, yes, start. Even if it's small, it doesn't matter. Again, Olympic athletes didn't begin that giant downhill race, when they were 5. They started on the bunny hill, right? Just like the rest of us. And if you're picking up something new, it's perfectly okay to be on the bunny hill. That's how you learn.
That's right, inch by inch. Next,
smile.
Smile. Make eye contact. So important to be able to do that. To smile, make eye contact, and everything else. And the last one is set a micro goal today.
Yes, break it down. You can start small to build that incremental change that will become a book or a radio show, It all begins with that first step. I love it.
Yep. For myself, I kind of put a list together of things I need to do and things that we have to accomplish at a time. And for myself, it's making a list every morning is something I actually set out to start building that confidence, to build that information, to get it out there to myself, into my mind. So laying out a groundwork in your brain is very powerful to help you build that confidence to keep things going.
I completely agree. And also, don't underestimate the importance of sound in this process.
Oh my God, yes.
Clinical sound therapy can help calm the stress response in your body. Specific frequencies and resonance patterns can shift you out of fight or flight or freeze, right, into a more regulated state so that you can try something new and not be afraid, right? You're not frozen. What they call it, decision paralysis, right? It improves emotional regulation because a regulated nervous system allows clearer thinking and better decision making, and it creates internal safety. Confidence grows when the body no longer feels like it's under threat. And lastly, it can increase receptivity to change. So when your body's calm, subconscious is more open. This makes hypnosis more effective as well, and that's why oftentimes we combine therapies.
That's right. You are listening to Hypno Life. I'm Dr. William Deihl.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Couldry. You can reach us at 602-314-1907.
We're from the Doc Hypnosis Wellness Center, or you can just go to dochypnosis.com. You're listening to us on KFNX, the Pulse of Arizona.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you next Saturday where we talk about loneliness.
Yes, not losing yourself through loneliness.